What's up, y'all? It's your girl Vashti Denise, and I am binge watching season 7 of Love is Blind. I know. I know I'm late, y'all. I know I'm late. I know. They've already posted everything. The reunion is out. I know I'm late, y'all. But when it comes to shows like this, I kind of like to wait until it's over, like hide in the background so I don't know what's going on. And then I can just binge it on my own time, right? Like take a weekend and just go ham. So this past weekend, I watched the first half of it. And at first, I wanted to do episode by episode, but these episodes are so long and very long winded as well. So I decided before they go off to their beautiful honeymoons and they engage on their engagements, let me actually sit down and let's rank the 7 couples from 1 to 7. Well, I'm going to go from 7 to 1. And let's talk about whether I think they're going to make it or not. Okay, if you're going to be in the comments, and I hope you are, because I want you to engage with me on this, okay? If you're in the comments, understand that I have not watched the rest of the show yet, okay? I am literally on episode 5 in the middle. I stopped myself when we established all of the couples because I just wanted to stop, talk about each couple, give my overview and my predictions on these couples. Where are they going to make it? Like, was this doomed from the start? Let's talk about it. First of all, no shade to any of these couples. Honestly, my rankings is solely based off of my entertainment of these relationships and how I feel these are going to go. So, no shade to anybody. This is just my personal rankings, okay? And hit me in the comments about how you feel about these rankings. Let me know if you agree or disagree. We'll figure that out together, okay? So there's 7 couples. I'm going to start from 7 and we'll work our way up to my most favorite, okay? Number 7 for the list of couples for me is Taylor and Garrett. The main reason why I chose them is honestly because they're a bit boring. I don't know where the spice is going to come from for these two, but hopefully they have enough to make it, right? Okay, you got Taylor, who is 30 years old. She is a clean energy policy consultant. She is 5'9". And then you have Garrett. He's 33. He is a quantum physicist. He's a Taurus and he's 6 feet. So when they had their reveal, they were the first ones to reveal. They were the first ones to get engaged, and do the full reveal. And technically, we don't know if they were the first ones. Like, these producers chop up these episodes strategically. So they could have very much been the last couple that got engaged. We don't know. But they're the first one that they revealed to us. So the reveal was cute. Okay, they had their little cute moment. The kiss was natural. I felt like the kiss was natural. He did get down on one knee and he said her whole name. I love when the man proposes and he says, like, first, middle, and last name. It's like, I know you. Like, I'm not proposing to just any Ashley. I'm not proposing to any Taylor. Okay, I'm proposing to Taylor so and so, so and so. And that's exactly what he did. Okay. So it was cute. It was cute. I liked them in the pods. I think they had good conversation. I think that they are compatible very much on an intellectual level. They're both deep into the sciences and all of those things, So I can very much tune them out in a lot of their conversations. So we'll see. We'll see how the drama unfolds. But I feel like they're a good couple. I'm on board. But the reason why they're number 7 for me is because I'm just not that interested, honestly. And I feel like they're not. I feel like they're interested in each other, but they're not very interested in like this whole storytelling situation, which is fine. I'm still gonna watch. My prediction for them, I feel like they're gonna stay together. I don't see a reason, I don't see any red flags at the moment with them as a couple. Like, I feel like they are pretty compatible. I have to wait and see.
Don't tell me in the comments if they didn't make it. Y'all don't ruin it for me in these comments, okay? I promise I'm gonna finish watching this weekend, and then we can talk about the end. Let me be blissfully ignorant in these reviews, okay?
Coming in at number 6 is Brittany and Leo. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. I already know they didn't make it. Okay. I saw the disclaimers that they gave after the review. My second least favorite couple, and honestly, because they didn't make it through. Like, Brittany, a 33-year-old esthetician, very cute, blonde, small, very petite, but a smart girl, very strong willed. She seems like she knows what she wants. And then you have Leo. He's an art dealer. He came into some money. His family left him a lot of money. A lot of his family members died that he was not equipped for. So he was really thrust into this profession that he's working in, but he is very well off and he has no problem talking about it. That was pretty annoying in the pods, to be honest. I'm pretty sure the men were like,
do we have to talk about your Rolex at every dinner, bro? I get it. I get it. No, I know it's real. We get it.
like, and then the ways that he would throw in, like, oh, I'm financially stable, but I don't want people to love me for my money. But that's the first thing that you want to talk about. That's neither here nor there. Okay. He was in a love triangle with Brittany and Hannah. And I'm going to talk about Hannah because she's also coupled up with another guy, right? So he was completely torn with these two women. And we see this in every season, right? And I know we chastise these people because they're on TV, but these situations are not uncommon. When you're dating someone in the real world, right? Because they met each other in these pods and then now they want to talk. So it's a different situation. But when you meet in the real world, you have no control over whether that person is dating someone else or not. It's literally their choice to say, we're going to be exclusive. I'm only going to put my time into you and we can progress that way. So, in any scenario, you never know if the person that you're dating is dating another person. You would hope that they would be honest about it, and truthful about the fact that they are exploring other options. So that's the one check that I give Leo. Okay. He was honest to both Hannah and Brittany that he was dating both of them and kind of getting a feel for both of them. Brittany shot herself in the foot by making Leo her only choice. Now, granted, we only see so much that happens in these pods. So I don't know who else she was talking to, if she talked to someone else outside of Leo, but she made it pretty clear pretty early that Leo was her number one and pretty much her only choice. So I do feel like she kind of boxed herself into a corner when it came to being the second choice or the other choice because you didn't have any other choices. You're not supposed to just come into the pods and find your person immediately and then just hone in on that person. Like, I mean, that is the perfect story, the perfect scenario. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to date other people and get a feel of like, okay, I kind of like this person. And then as time progresses and conversations happen, you're able to weed the people out, right? That's dating. That's literally dating. But apparently Brittany wasn't equipped enough to hear that Leo was struggling. Okay. And he didn't communicate it the best way that he was torn between the two. He was very much like, I'm not going to talk about a proposal with one of you if I'm not talking to it with both of you. Like, he was trying to keep it balanced. And for Brittany, she just wanted to hear that he loved her. She just wanted to hear, like, okay, I'm the one that you're choosing. I'm the one that you're interested in for real, you know? And he gave it to her, but too little, too late. Honestly, when he proposed in the pods, I thought that she was going to break up with him. She had a whole letter saying how he hurt her and how, she um wasn't secure in how he felt about her. Just a long letter of her emotions. And then it was just like, okay, I see what you mean. But will you marry me? And then she's like, yeah, of course. Like, girl, if you were that uncertain, you could have just said no. What made me mad was honestly that they did give up. I mean, granted, production didn't choose them to go to Mexico. They didn't choose them to be one of the top 6 couples. So it's not fully their fault that we didn't continue to see them, but Netflix very much gave us the disclaimer like, hey, they did go to Miami because they were talking about going to Miami. They said if they didn't get chosen for Mexico, they were still going to take a personal trip to Miami. Netflix was like, yeah, they went. They went, but they broke it off a few weeks later. And it was just like, dang, like, did it even have a chance? Did he even have a chance? Probably not. I feel like once he saw her, all bets were off because that was her biggest thing. She knew that she was pretty. She knew that she was the catch. She knew that she was the man, the eye candy that the man wants on their arm. So by the time he saw her, like everything that he said after that, she really didn't care. She wanted him to fully love her and for her to fully believe that before they got out the pods. And unfortunately, she didn't believe it before they got out the pods. So it was a done deal before he even put the ring on her finger, honestly. So that's why they're number 6. I wish they would have lasted. It would have been pretty interesting to see them meet Hannah and her man, in the honeymoon situation and everything. Like that definitely would have caused some nice drama. But we won't see it. Don't tell me, but hopefully they are in the reunion and we get to see what happens there. So that's my number 6 couple. My 5th couple is Hannah and Nick D. Okay. Nick D was named Nick D in the pods because apparently there was another Nick P, who did not make it on the show. Apparently, I don't know if he didn't make a match or he just wasn't interesting enough, but they really didn't show him on the show. So he could have just been called Nick, to be honest. But Nick D and Hannah got together. Hannah is 27. She is a medical device sales rep and she's an Aquarius. And Nick is 29. He's a real estate agent and also an Aquarius. So that was one of the big things with them from the very beginning. I feel like they were very much two sides of the same coin. Like in the pods, like it was easy for them to be friendly. It was easy for them to have certain banter. And Nick D made it pretty clear to Hannah that she was his number one from jump and that he wasn't dating anybody else. Very much like Brittany, right? To Leo. And ironically, Hannah was choosing between two guys, Nick D and Leo. Okay. So everyone pretty much wrote off Nick D. All of the other women, they were saying that he was very flirtatious and just, charming and not a very genuine guy, right? Like they were saying that he seemed to play a lot of games. He seemed like one of those guys that liked the games, right? But Hannah gave him a chance. And honestly, I feel like they were pretty compatible. I feel like they fit together quite well. They were the 5th reveal, which is wild. They're my number 5, and they were the fifth couple to reveal their engagement and to reveal themselves to each other. And it was cute. He got down on one knee. He didn't say her name for the proposal, which was a bit weird, but it was a proposal. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to last.
Aww.
I don't think they're going to last. And it's exactly for the reason why people say love is not blind. Because when those doors opened, Hannah was like,
Ooh, where's the rest of him?
my bad. Okay, she didn't really say that, but it was written all over her face, right? Like obviously Hannah is a tall girl and she talked a lot in the pods about her insecurities about her weight and how she has lost weight and gained weight throughout her life. So she wanted to make it clear to the man that her weight can fluctuate and she wants to be loved however she is in whatever state she is. And I do feel like that was one of the determining factors for her choosing Nick over Leo because when she did bring up her weight to Leo, he was a bit hesitant. He talked a lot about her being like the typical cute girl. And honestly, I feel like if they would have chosen each other, if Leo would have chosen Hannah and then he would have seen Brittany, he would have left Hannah for Brittany because Brittany is the exact like look type, physicality type that a man like him would go for. And Hannah being, a bit broad and she's like 5'9", she's tall. I feel like she would have overpowered him in many ways. And that's exactly how she's overpowering Nick D. And although Nick seems like he's gung ho for it, like he's like, oh, you're gorgeous. I have no problems with you being tall. I think it's really cool. She's already voicing to the camera that she feels like he lied. He did say in the pods that he was athletic, that he played football, and that he had an athletic build. He even said that he was like 5'11, 6 feet. That's not what it's giving. It's giving 5'10 at most. And she is, I don't want to say wider than him, broader than him. And as a woman that has broad shoulders, I completely understand where she's coming from. When you have a wide top, and a man is smaller than you automatically feel like you're making them feel inferior. Like you feel like you're towering over them. And as a woman, you want to be as feminine as possible, right? You want to feel as docile and as sweet and cute and small and girly as possible. And it's hard to feel that when you're taller and wider than your man, you know? You know? So it seems like they do have a bit of chemistry, but they're going to have to work. They're going to have to work. They're going to have to dig deep into what they loved about each other in the pods and really decide that love is blind. That's going to be a conscious decision for this couple. I don't think they're going to make it, honestly, because there is a part of me that does not believe that love is blind. I do believe that eventually attraction does come into play. And if you are not physically attracted to that person, it's never going to work. So they may play the game a bit. They may play the game a bit, but I'm putting in my bid right now that they don't make it. Sorry. It's just what I think. Let me know in the comments how you feel. You can comment on like every couple. Like let's talk about this because these are just my predictions. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It's just how I'm feeling right now. So the fourth couple for me is Alexandria and Tim. Okay. I like them. I think they're so cute. Alex is 33. She's a producer and she's a Leo. And then you have Timothy, who is also 33. He is a web content strategist and he's a Virgo. Okay. So I also like those two. Like, I'm not big on zodiac signs and astrology, but I do know, like, I believe Virgo is an earth sign and Leo is a fire sign. And usually earth and fire signs go together pretty well. And I do think that these two go together pretty well, right? I think in the pods, it was quite organic for them. I think that they just merged well. I thought that they had cute banter. They were the fourth couple to be revealed. I'm really like killing this ranking situation, which is wild. They were the fourth couple to be revealed, and honestly, I'm scared. I'm scared. The reveal was cute. Like he came out and he was immediately like,
I knew it. I knew you was gonna be fine. I knew you was gonna be fine. Like, dang, you wearing red. Like,
and then something's happening with the dog to where she says, "Don't even bring it up." And this is like a running joke, and her demeanor changes immediately. And what this interaction tells me is that their senses of humor are not the same. He seems to be playful, jokey, and she's kind of like over it before it even starts. So that can be a huge problem, right? I feel like he was low key, I feel like he was low key annoying her like before they even fully separated. Like I feel like by the time they got towards the end of the conversation, it was like she seemed irritated. Even amongst the kisses, it was like she had a problem with his personality. And I feel like eventually that's going to be a problem. But I also don't understand how that wasn't a thing in the pods, right? Because you don't need to see somebody to be annoyed by them. You can be on the phone with someone constantly and be like, ugh, I just don't like this person's sense of humor. I don't like how he communicates with me. So I feel like that's something that should have came out in the pods. But I don't know. Maybe she was being docile in the pods and she was accepting it and was hoping that it wasn't going to be a full thing. But it's a thing, boo. It's a thing. This is going to be a running joke, and I'm not sure she's down for it. Which is why whether they're going to make it or not for me is a toss up. It's a toss up. I want them to. I think they're a very cute couple and I definitely want them to work. But if she gets annoyed by him too easily, too quickly, it's not going to work. Third couple, number 3 on the ranking list, is Ashley and Taylor. Okay. Ashley A, apparently there was an Ashley W that we did not see. She's cute, but we didn't see her. So maybe she wasn't paired up with someone. Ashley A is 32, a marketing director and an Aquarius. And then you have Tyler, who is 34. He's an account manager and he's a Libra. This couple really like pulled at my heartstrings early. I feel like they connected immediately in the pods. I feel like they had this chemistry that was like palpable. Like you could feel the energy between them. And Tyler really has some trauma in his life. He lost both of his sisters, so technically he's an only child now. He only had 2 older sisters, and they both passed within the last 5 years. So he has a lot of baggage and emotions that are tied into that. And I feel like Ashley did an amazing job with making him, I won't even say feel, he says this himself. She did a great job of making him feel safe and comforted in the moments when he did talk about his family dynamics. And I think that played a huge role in them falling in love because he understood that he could be vulnerable and emotional with her because these are really sad moments. And he did cry a bit. And she comforted him in those moments. He even gave her a bracelet that was once his sister's, and he basically told her like, I want you to have it because, you know, once we get married, you will be her sister. And I just thought that was beautiful. Like he already found moments to incorporate her into his life like they were dating outside of the pods. And I think things like that is what makes it stick, right? It's like we're still getting to know each other on our level, right? It doesn't matter that we're in the pods or not. Like this is pretty much what I would be talking to you about regardless of our setting. And I think Ashley accepted that very well. I loved how Taylor wrote a letter to Ashley's dad in the pods to basically ask for his blessing before even proposing to her. Oh, it's the things like that. It's things like that. Now, I don't know about everybody, but I have a very close relationship with my father, and it is very important for me, for my dad to give the blessing of whoever I fall in love with, to bless our union and say that he is behind our marriage. That means everything to me. So for him to incorporate her dad in the pods in this situation where you literally separate yourself from the thoughts and the feelings of everyone that you're connected to just to hone in on your relationship, for him to still say, this part is still very important and I'm going to honor your father before I even ask for your hand in marriage. Chef's kiss. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And then their reveal was just the cutest thing. It was just all smiles. It was just flirty and it was emotional and oh, it was just so beautiful. He was so taken with her. He was just drinking in all of her beauty and just, you know, just talking about, I can't believe how amazing you are. Like, I knew that you were going to be beautiful. I knew you were going to be fine, but you exceeded my expectations. And even she came out and said, like, oh no, like you being fine is the cherry on top. I knew that you were going to be a great guy. I loved you from the pods, but the fact that you're handsome, like, it's just adding on to my feelings for you. And I just love it. I love it. They have to make it. They have to make it. Like out of every couple,
I'm not playing. I'm not playing. They have to make it.
I'm already so invested in this relationship, okay? Like they're going to be the ones to make me feel some type of way in this show. Like I already know. I already know. Every time I feel strongly about a couple, they piss me off in some way. Just don't piss me off, y'all. Don't piss me off. Clock me on it. When we come back and we talk about this, I'm putting my money on them. they're staying together. Let me know in the comments how you feel. And remember, let's keep it cute, okay? I have not watched the rest of the season. This is me being blissfully ignorant right after all of the couple reveals, okay? So just let me live in this bliss. I know it's going to be drama. I know it's going to be drama. But let me live in the bliss for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, we're on the top two now. My second favorite couple. Y'all ready? Marissa and Ramses. Yes, I love them. I just fully love them. Okay. Marissa is a 32-year-old lawyer. She's an Aries. She's a Navy vet. She is the biggest ball of energy. She's so cute. She is driven and articulate and just colorful and just beautiful. This beautiful soul. The moment I saw her on my screen, I was like, please, please let her get a match. Please. I wanted to know more. I wanted to see more. And thankfully she did. She connected with Ramses. I believe that's how you say his name. Ramses. Okay. He's 35, a program associate at a Justice Reform, a nonprofit, and he's a Cancer. I loved them in the pods. It was a bit iffy because Marissa was torn between Ramses and another guy. The reason why she chose Ramses over the other guy is because she felt that her and the other guy were like basically two sides of the same coin. He was basically the ex that she was running from. He was the ex that she was used to choosing, right? Someone that was also in the service, someone who was a bit conservative and was just the typical man for her. And eventually she was like, no, I want Ramses. And I do appreciate the way that she handled it. She did not make them feel like they were pitted against each other. And she also made it very clear that she wanted both of them to shoot their shot. Like she was like, just because y'all know that y'all are both dating me, like please don't try to concede and say, oh, well, I'll let you, have him. Like I'm a step back. Like no. And thankfully, neither one of them did. They both still applied pressure. And I feel like she had a good connection with both of them. But I'm so glad she chose Ramses. I'm so glad. I just feel like they mesh so well. Like he's the yin to her yang. Like she's so energetic and bubbly, and he is loving and compassionate and calm. And you could even see it in the reveal, right? When they got revealed, they were the last couple to reveal. And it was just like they were perfect each other from the very jump. Like they saw each other and they were like, oh my God, you're gorgeous. Like she was like, you're beautiful. And he's like, you're beautiful. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the height difference was just perfect. Like they both had these natural curls. They're just a gorgeous couple. Okay. I'm ready for their babies. Just as much as she's ready for their babies, I'm ready for their babies. Okay. Of course they're gonna make it. Of course they're gonna make it. Why would they not? I don't see why they would not. The only thing that I feel could come into play, is his masculinity, his level of masculinity. And I do feel like they balance each other out in that. I feel like Marissa has a level of masculinity that will balance out his level of femininity. And I think that's perfect, right? In no relationship should a man just be this militant masculine ball of steel and then this woman just be this pudgy soft mess of femininity. Like we all have levels, right? We all have levels to this, right? We all have different amounts of masculine and feminine within all of us. So I do think that they balance each other out very well. And unless there's a time when she feels like, I just wanted a man in this moment and you didn't give me what I wanted, I don't see a problem. Let me know in the comments how you feel. I think they're gonna make it. I love them. I don't see why they wouldn't work. They're gonna work. I'm saying it right now. They're gonna work. We're done with it. We made it, y'all. My number one couple is Monica and Stefan. I'm gonna call him Steph. I love them, guys. I love them bad. I love them real bad. Like they're my fave for so many reasons. Let's get into it. Monica is a 37-year-old sales executive, and she's a Gemini. And Steph is a 34-year-old electrician, and he's a Cancer. So, first of all, she's older than him. Yes, cougar. I'm here for it. Not that much. It's only 3 years. It's only 3 years. And it doesn't even show, right? Like, he has a level of energy, but also very masculine. So, I feel like they balance each other out so well. In the pods, I feel like it was easy for them. I feel like they meshed very well. In the pods, he was honest about the fact that his sister did an ancestry.com situation. And for his whole life, he thought that he was Caucasian until she did this test, and come to find out they're like 83% like African, like all of these different tribes that he's connected to. And what she loved about it, just as much as I loved about it, he took that and he like ran with it. Like he started doing research, and not in an appropriation way, right? And it wouldn't be appropriating because he is Black, but he didn't take it like, oh, well, now I could wear snapbacks to the back and put on my jersey and be that man. Like, no, he still stayed who he was and cherished his parents and honored his parents. But he also dug deeper into the culture and just wanted to learn more and understand more about the backings of these cultures. And I thought that was beautiful. It just shows that he's not afraid to really dive into who he really is. And someone that's that unapologetic about who they are is unapologetic in other areas in their life. And I do feel like that's going to bleed into their relationship, because he's going to be the one to anchor her. He's going to be the one to say, no, we're going to stay together. That's not big enough for me to leave, boo boo. I'm here. And I do think that she needs that. As a 37-year-old woman, I'm pretty sure she's gone through a lot of relationships that she thought was going to make it, but didn't. So I do feel like she's going to need some reassurance throughout this process for sure. And with him being younger, she's going to need that validation. But I also feel like he's equipped. I think that he's equipped to give it to her. I do. I like them. The reveal was beautiful. They merged immediately. She was like, oh my God, you have beautiful curly hair. I think she was expecting for him to look like the typical like Caucasian guy, but no, he is fine.
He is fine, okay? One of the finest ones on this show, in my opinion. I think, Monica, you lucked out, girl. You hit the lottery, okay?
So my prediction is that they're going to stay together. I definitely think that they're going to stay together. Those are all the couples that are on season 7, Love is Blind. This show is on Netflix. The entire show is out right now. They've even released a reunion. The show is over. Okay. They're living their lives. I'm going to finish binging the entire show, and then I'm going to come back and we can talk about the realities of it all. Okay. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I felt about the couples right now. Hit me up in the comments. Let's have full conversations. But disclaimer, guys, once again, I have not seen the whole show. So don't ruin it for me in the comments. But don't bust my bubble and be like, oh no, they didn't make it, girl. Like, you tried it. But tell me how you felt in this moment while you were watching it. What did you feel about these couples? And, if you want to tell me I'm delusional, that's fine. I'll take it. But I promise you, I'm going to finish watching the show and I'm going to get back to you guys so that we can talk about the results. Okay? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when I post the next one. And make sure you check out my other reviews. I'm going to keep doing reviews. I love this. I love having the conversation. So let's keep it going. Okay? It's your girl, Vashti Denise. Thanks for watching.